This is a place for independent living.
I'm an artist, so I figured I have a chance. I don't have to cook no more.
It's a different way of living, but it is a good way of living. It's a home.
Call today.
Hello and welcome to another best of edition of Reel to Reel. I'm Sharon Roulier here with my dad, Jim Stefanik, and we're keeping up the tradition each summer with my dad as my co-host. And I promised you last week, Dad, that I'd make you an apple pie. So we have one today, so what do you think of that?
I think I should have a big piece.
All right, well, we'll get you one soon. This episode first aired back on September 29th. And it was filmed in an apple orchard in Franklin County. So, all right, Dad, why don't you take it away?
Oh, let's get on with the program.
Okay.
Coming up on this edition of Reel to Reel.
The 40 Days for Life is underway. We'll tell you why your witness matters. I'm Carolee McGrath. I'll have the story coming up.
I'm David Martin. I'll have the story of the 23rd Annual Deacons Appreciation Mass and Reception at Our Lady of Blessed Sacrament Parish in Westfield.
And we'll head over to the orchard to pick some apples and bake a pie with award-winning pie baker, Father Timothy Campoli. It's all just ahead on Reel to Reel.
Hello and welcome to Reel as we come to you today from Clarkdale Fruit Farms in Deerfield. Set on 40 acres, the farm has many varieties of fruits to pick and buy all year long. And especially now, we are in prime apple picking season. We will pick some apples and bake a pie with Father Timothy Campoli, one of our retired diocesan priests, coming up later on in the program. But first, we begin with the celebration of Respect Life Month. October is traditionally dedicated to celebrating all life from conception to natural death. Carolee McGrath has the story now of a few efforts underway to educate people and change lives.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
People gathered outside of Planned Parenthood in Springfield to pray during the 40 Days for Life campaign. The 40 Days relies on peaceful, prayerful witness in front of the abortion clinic. Deacon Ted Tudrin and his wife Elizabeth pray in front of the clinic year-round.
We don't only just hopefully save babies, but we evangelize women. They feel upset they've had an abortion, so then we've counseled them and told them where to go about Rachel's Vineyard.
Parishes or individuals are encouraged to sign up for hours to pray for an end to abortion and for all of those who are affected by abortion. Do you think it makes a difference, and how do you get more people out here?
Well, that's always a challenge for us. I think, people, today's gospel was a wonderful one. It said, take nothing for your journey, but to carry the gospel out into the world. And that's what we do, I think, during 40 days is leave the security of our churches and our homes to come into a more public space to witness to life.
The abortion issue always gets bogged down in politics, but it shouldn't. It's not a matter of being on the right or on the left. It's about human rights. And if you're wondering if the public witness really matters, the numbers show it does. According to national organizers, close to 25,000 babies have been saved since the first international campaign was launched in 2007. State numbers also show movement. In 2009, the state reported 22,945 abortions. In 2022, there were 17,757 abortions statewide.
During this past March, a woman came up to me and said, what she has seen here us doing over a period of time has prevented her from having an abortion. And so we prayed together, and she thanked us for being the sign to have her child. There have been stepped-up efforts to walk with moms. There are several pro-life centers locally to help mothers through their pregnancy and beyond, including Bethlehem House in East Hampton and Clearway Clinic in Springfield.
The church sets aside a month for Respect Life because we need to always draw attention to the attacks against the dignity of the human person, against life itself, whether it be to the unborn, those with terminal diagnoses, those in elderly states. We need to continually remind ourselves and the world that a human person is a reflection of the dignity of God in each of us.
Bishop Byrne helped remind people of that while he was at the Big E. He stopped by the Mass Citizens for Life booth.
We've got Robin and Lucy here talking to people, letting everyone know that all life is intended, that God holds every being from conception to natural death as his precious child. So remember, Faith at the Fair means to celebrate life.
It's also a chance for our volunteers to discuss the issue with passersby, visitors to the Big E who pass the booth, who have a chance to look at our fetal models, to learn about the laws in Massachusetts, which to most of them are very surprising.
Abortion is legal in Massachusetts through the 9th month of pregnancy in cases of fetal anomalies and to protect the physical and mental health of the mother. The state reported there were 41 abortions past 24 weeks in 2022.
Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
So while politics won't solve the issue, those in the pro-life movement believe prayer will.
Amen.
Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carol E. McGrath.
The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women.
The 23rd Annual Deacon Appreciation Dinner was held on September 8th at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Church in Westfield. The annual event is traditionally held to honor deacons and their wives for their dedication and service. David Martin was there and has our story.
Springfield Bishop William Byrne celebrated the Appreciation Mass, which was attended by many deacons and their wives from throughout the Springfield Diocese. In his homily, Bishop Byrne told them they are called to be a married couple rooted in prayer and to hear the Word of God in their lives.
They are crucial in so many ways, and especially in this period where we have a lull in vocations to the priesthood, they're able to serve administratively, they're able to do just what the Acts of the Apostles has called them to do, to free the priest to be able to do ministry of the priest while they take care and help with some of the day-to-day operations of a parish.
Deacons act as servants along with their wives, performing their ministries in their parishes, where they act as examples to others. Deacon John Leary from Blessed Trinity Parish in Greenfield is on the board for the Take and Eat program. He said it is rooted in the gospel tradition of putting shoes on the gospel, taking what is taught in church and meeting the needs of community members by serving more than 1 million meals over the past 20 years.
We're called by our baptism to go and serve, and everybody is called to make that same calling, to reach out to those who are most vulnerable, to reach out to the marginalized of today's society, and go out and just care for them and do these things for them that can improve their life.
Music was provided by the Diaconates, a band of local deacons. Deacons were called to the altar along with their wives during Mass for an awards presentation. Classes of 1999, 2004, 2009, and 2019 were honored. Deacon Angel Delgado from Blessed Sacrament All Souls Parish in Springfield is a member of the class of 2019.
It's a blessing to be able to enter into people's homes that can't join us at Mass, but you can still see the longing of community and faith that they want to have. And then when they receive Christ in the Eucharist, they glow. It's like this blessing of being in that presence with them in the moment of where they're at in their life at that moment, and just having Jesus with them at that point there is no words to say how much rewarding it is.
Deacon Richard Tatro and his wife Brenda came forth in honor of his retirement. Deacon David Picard, the director of the Office of the Diaconate Formation, believes it is important that everyone gather together in spirituality for the Appreciation Mass, to acknowledge the things they have done, as well as recognizing people in the diaconate for milestones.
Hopefully, the pastors and the people of the parishes recognize the work that these men are doing and show the appreciation to them as well. And so if we could, we'd invite the whole diocese to come here to this so that they might experience the joy that the diaconate has in serving them.
After Mass, a dinner and a reception took place in the parish hall. Deacon David Bergeron from St. Patrick Parish in South Hadley is involved with addiction recovery. Deacon Bergeron has a family member who has struggled with addiction, so he has personal experience. He explained there needs to be a way to support those who suffer from the disease and their families.
One of those ways is to pray and do rosaries and things of that nature, because if we really think about it, addiction isn't only a physical disease or a psychological disease, but it's really a spiritual disease. Almost any piece of scripture you can link and find a connection with addiction. So it's important for me to let people know, families know, those struggling with the disease know that they're not alone, that they're prayed for.
There are currently 20 men in the diaconate formation program. Deacon Delgado suggested for men feeling a call, be like Samuel. Go forth and say, God, here I am. Use me as you need me. Anyone interested can call 413-452-0676 or email diaconate@dialspringfield.org. More info can be found at springfielddiaconate.org. For Real to Real, I'm David Martin.
Thanks, Dave, and congratulations to all of the deacons who are celebrating special anniversaries this year. The Diocese of Springfield is so fortunate to have all of them in our diocese providing such important ministries for everyone. And still to come on Real to Real.
Retired diocesan priest Father Timothy Campoli is an award-winning apple pie baker. We will head over to his kitchen where he's going to show us how he made the best apple pie in the state. It's all still to come on Real to Real from Clarkdale Fruit Farm in Deerfield.
Like Catholic TV on Facebook. Once you're there, you can join in on discussions, make friends with other Catholic TV fans, watch behind-the-scenes videos from the studio,
Just finished this
today. And stay up to date with the Catholic world. All this at facebook.com/CatholicTV.
All right, so as I mentioned at the top of the program, I'm here with Jim Stefanik, my dad, and on this July weekend, we have been talking this summer about baseball, we've been talking about hot dogs, we've been talking about the Pope, and what else is American?
I don't think nothing else is American.
How about apple pie?
Well, everybody gets apple pie in 4th of July.
All right, well, so I baked you an apple pie, but it's probably not as good as the pie that Father Timothy Campoli bakes, a really good apple pie, and we're going to see that coming up. But let's cut into this one first. What are some good apples that you use to make apple pie?
Of course, Northern Spy is supposed to be for apple pie, and then you get
Northern Spy? I've never heard of that one.
Well, that's what my friends in Pennsylvania use.
Yeah.
I don't know if they grow them around here.
Well, I've heard of Macintosh apples and Cortland. They say Granny Smith apples are not very good for apple pies.
Well, they're too sour, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think they're too sour, but
The thing about apple pie, you can always add sugar to make it sweeter.
Yeah.
And you got to test it before you put it in the oven. Oh boy.
Whoa. All right, so when you were a kid, Dad, what did you used to do in the summertime?
We did a lot of swimming when it got hot.
Yeah. And
Haviland Pond, Bemis, Front Street Pool.
Mm-hmm. Now, you didn't have air conditioning, right?
No, we didn't have air conditioning at all. When it got hot in the nighttime and you couldn't sleep, everybody came out of their apartment and sat on the front stairs on the stoop.
So what other things were fun about the summertime growing up in the 1940s?
Well, we played games when it got a little cooler, like kick the can and horseshoes. They had a basketball hoop. I didn't like playing basketball, too short.
Well, you like your baseball, though. And you like your apple pie.
Yeah,
so
and they had a lot of different kind of horses. The milkman came around with a horse and carriage. There was the bread man and the rag man. I was just around the wartime. People saved rags and tin cans.
you had did you have rations? Was it?
Yeah, we had to have a coupon for meat, butter.
Yeah.
But my mother would send me to the market with like 45 cents wrapped in a handkerchief. And she says, get a 1/4 pound of beefalo and a rye bread.
Wow, all for 45 cents, huh? Now that we're in the middle of the summer, we're sitting in front of the beehives, kind of behind schedule when it comes to the honey. So a lot of our beekeeper friends are running into the same problem where they didn't get a lot of nectar flow into the hives, and the bees were kind of behind in the honey making, but we're hoping that they're buzzing right along now, right?
What I like about our bee club is we have meetings, and you're able to talk to people about their success or failure. That's what I always emphasized when I was in charge, was the fact that, tell me what about your failure, so we don't get into the failure.
Yep. So what do bees need to be successful?
They need certain flowers, like the...
we have sumac back here, too.
Yeah, sumac is very good.
So how do they get their honey?
They have to have certain flowers that's got the nectar, so that the bees decide that that's the one that they need for the hive. Every year it's a different flower. The black locust is predominant in May, June, and right now
we've got the sumac around our house. Bees like the sumac, and then they bring all the nectar back. And how much nectar do you think it takes for 1 teaspoon of honey? And then how do we know when it's ready?
Well, it has to be capped.
Yeah.
Secondly, there's the 1 box of nectar weighs about 35 pounds. And usually that's about 7 or 8 frames. And when it gets to that point, you got to take the box off and put a new box on, and let them fill that up. I noticed over the years that if I had about 3 medium supers, that would equal to about 100 pounds of honey.
Well, let's hope we get about at least a couple jars this year, because it's been...
I think we got more than a couple jars.
All right, well, let's continue on and get back to the show, all right?
I'm ready.
Okay.
You are watching Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you. Here again is your Reel to Reel host, Sharon Roulier.
Well, as you can see, I'm here with Father Timothy Campoli at the farm, and we are looking at these apples here, trying to find the best ones to go make an award-winning apple pie.
Thank you.
So let's try to pick some apples, and then we'll go back to your house and we'll make the pie, okay?
Okay, yeah. And we know you want to try to get nice and round, because I have a apple peeler.
Oh, right.
And the rounder they are, so we'll take a couple more.
Okay. How many apples do you need for a pie?
I usually use 5 or 6.
5 or 6,
Yeah.
okay.
And these are good size, so I'd say these are perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
That looks good. That's nice and round.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we
Okay.
should have gotten a basket, but that's all right. I can hold them.
Okay.
Well, these will be nice and fresh. You can't get a fresher pie
That's
than
right.
right off the
That's
tree,
right?
right?
Nice and crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back to your house and we'll make the pie.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, hold on to me. I don't want you to
Okay.
fall.
All right.
Okay, let's go. Well, I can't wait to see what goes into making an apple pie from scratch. I
Okay.
usually will buy the crust and make it that way.
Well, we're not going to do that today.
All right, you're the pro.
All right, so we're here in the kitchen after we went out to the orchard and we picked all the apples. So what's the first step here?
The first step that I'll do is make the crust.
Okay.
And the crust is a mixture of Crisco and flour.
Mhm.
And then I use water, and water has apple cider vinegar in it. And that makes the crust nice and flaky. And the other thing is it has to be cold. You want it so that it'll stick together.
Mhm.
See the little pieces in there?
Yep.
And once it starts to stick together, that's all you have to do. The less you can handle it, the better.
I see.
It'll be more flaky.
Oh, so you have two separate.
One is the bottom crust and one is the top
okay.
crust.
And are they both the same size?
No,
Basically?
no, this will be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So this is just flour.
And you sift it on. You don't. Is it important to sift?
No,
No.
it makes it easier to do it.
Okay.
And you put it on, and then you don't want it to stick. And the rolling pin here, and then we start rolling it out.
And again, probably the less you handle it, you say,
Yep,
is the
yep,
best. So
yep.
don't keep on rolling and rolling and rolling. You want to just try to.
All you're trying to do is make it bigger.
Okay.
And then, see how the flour's on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next step I'm going to do is I put a little bit of this same water
Mm-hmm. And
here.
it's water and apple cider vinegar, right?
Water and apple cider vinegar.
Did you grease this pie plate first?
No, no.
Okay, so no grease on that. And
No.
what size pie plate is this?
You could use any size that you want.
Okay.
This is probably a 9-inch.
So glass, you like glass?
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah. And then this here, same thing. This is going to be for the top crust. So we'll do the crust first. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this here.
Fold it in half.
Put your little slits in it.
Oh.
Okay. And, all right. Now,
The apples?
the apple, this is the peeler. It's one of the handiest things you could ever get for your kitchen.
Does it core it also?
Yeah, you'll see in a half a second. Like this.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it suctions to the counter,
Yeah, it
right?
suctions
Yeah.
it. Yeah. And the faster you can do it, the better it will be. It's easier.
Mhm.
All right? And then you just take and put this. Are you good at this? I'll
Sure,
let you put these
yeah.
in, and I'll get the rest of them ready. There's 4 different kinds of apples here,
Mhm.
and
So these are, it makes a nice uniform cut so the apples will all bake
right.
evenly.
Yep.
Now, if you don't have one of these, what do you suggest? Buying one?
I usually cut them in 4 and
Uh-huh.
just take a knife, and you have to take the core out. I don't like apples that stay in chunks. Like Granny Smith's will not cook down. These
Oh,
cook
I
down,
see.
okay?
Mhm.
So,
And
okay,
you're sprinkling
this
a
is
little sugar in the middle.
Yeah. And we put a little
Can
bit
I
of...
try a bite?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Mm.
Okay, I got to get some more flour.
So this is
Go ahead.
a little semi-sweet. It's not super sweet.
Right.
I might eat the pie before we finish it.
It's all right. And then just put a little bit of flour because it's going to get juicy.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, I've never done that before. So after you won your the state or the local fair,
Yeah.
Then you what?
Then it puts you into the apple pie contest with the Salem Crofts Inn, and they take the 10 winners from local fairs. And I won first prize for Massachusetts.
That's
and then
so cool.
Then it put you into the New England contest, and you had 2 winners from the 6 New England states. And so there was 12 people, and I think I came out 4th. Put a little more sugar in. You just make layers of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. Now, some people like nutmeg, but I find if you use the nutmeg, all you taste is the nutmeg.
Yeah, it's a strong
It's very
spice.
strong. All right, and that'll probably do it with the...
So you're kind of making it a little raised. It's not going to be level. You want it
because
higher.
They're going to cook down, and they'll go down. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just put some, dot it with a little bit of butter. And again, this is just to put, the butter puts a nice flavor into it. We'll take the top crust.
You already made the slits, so that's going to come out.
Yeah. And see, it'll look rough and everything, but when you cook it, it has a way of cooking down.
Yeah.
And then for the edge, you just kind of like, you can put any kind of an edge on, but I always saw my aunt do this.
Yeah, that's the way I do it too.
Yeah. Put a little bit of water with the vinegar in it, and that lets the steam out the little slits we put in. This is just sugar and the water. Okay, now let's put it in the oven.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll put it in at 450 degrees for 20 minutes, and then we turn it down to 350 for about 35 minutes.
All right, the moment we've been waiting for.
Yes.
Smells really
Okay,
good.
Good.
Wow. Masterpiece.
We'll have to try it now.
Of course. That's what we came all the way here to do that. Now, you usually have this with 2 different things, right? You can have apple pie with ice cream. Oh, look at the crust. It looks so flaky.
Yes.
Or you can have it with
Cheese.
cheese.
Or you can have it plain. A lot of
Plain.
people like it plain. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it came right out. Looks amazing.
Okay.
All right, and a piece of, what kind of cheese is this?
Asiago.
Asiago.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Father, for inviting us here.
Well,
And
you're welcome.
we can get a taste of your award-winning apple pie. I'm going to just take a plain bite here.
It's okay?
It's better than okay. I can see how you were 1st place winner and 4th place winner in the state. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Mange.
Mange.
It is good.
And for this week, that's our summer best of edition of Reel to Reel. Be sure to keep up with all of the latest news on the Catholic Church, both here in the Diocese of Springfield and around the world, by heading over to iobserve.org. You can check us out on Facebook also. We are at Catholic Communications. And I'll be back next week as we continue to look at some of our favorite episodes of last season, and maybe in a few more weeks, we can have you back again, okay, Dad?
I like that, but I'll have something a little bit better than a hot dog.
All right, well, we'll see what we can feed you. Can you read the last line up there?
Tune in next week for another best edition, the Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you.
Excellent, good job.
Reel to Reel is a production of the Catholic Communications Corporation, funded in part by the annual Catholic Appeal, and the support of you, our faithful viewers.